Hey guys, once in a while that there is a revolutionary VR game that's totally different than all the other games out there that push the boundary of VR. And Spatial Ops by Resolution Games, I firmly believe that this is one of those games. This is not your B Saber copy number 10 copy because it really pushed the boundary of mixed reality. When you load into the game, you can see you could pick campaign or arena. So today I'm going to show you guys what campaign is all about. You have three options. You could create a game, right? So you create a game to play with other people, join the game if there's a game that you want to join, and then map editor is actually creating the map of the game. And you can create the map from scratch. As you can see here in my map editor, there's already 3 different maps. But today I'm gonna walk through and show you guys what's so revolutionary about this game, which is creating a map from scratch in my backyard. So you could select from scratch or use templates. I never used template before, so I wouldn't know. Anyways, this is how you create the map from scratch. I sped this up so it can show you this in a sufficient time frame. First thing we do is we will set the walls of the play space. Matter of fact, I could actually set this all the way to the end. You could set up to 30 meters times 30 meters. For those of you guys living in the United States, that's 150 feet times 150 feet of play space. The reason I didn't set all the way to the other end is because my Wi-Fi doesn't reach that point. But if you are tethered, you can even tether the Wi-Fi from your phone. So the Wi-Fi point is really not that restrictive. So other than having a home or internet Wi-Fi point, you could, if you're playing with multiple buddies, you can all have your phone and tether the Wi-Fi from your phone, which is super dope. As you can see here, first I'm gonna set up the boundary, right? The cool thing about Spatial Ops is you could literally play without boundary. So that's how you're able to get your 30 meter times 30 meter of play space, which is, once again, is huge. So you can see here, so the next thing I'm doing is I'm blocking out anything that's a object in my play space. So this way, the bots or the AI, they're not gonna just literally like magically run through it. They'll walk around it. Now, as you can see here, I'm gonna go ahead and put the object points. The first objective points is spawn points. I wish that they could put more object points in this game, which I think is something that they're working on. But as of right now, you can see the blue spawn point, and then we're gonna have the orange spawn point. Followed by capture the flag. So if we're doing capture the flag mode, you could have a blue capture the flag point. Then I'm gonna go ahead and, you guessed it, a orange capture the flag point. Next is domination. So domination 3 zones. This is the 3 zones. So you definitely want a bigger play space for domination. And then lastly, yeah, that's it. Next thing I go to is the walkable space for bots. This is really for bots and not for human. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of any place that's kind of just grayed out, all I have to do is just physically walk over it. Definitely great for my daily step count. So gonna just go ahead and quickly walk over everything. As you can see, you know, the other areas is all green, so the bot will recognize that those are all walkable areas. So as you can see here, I look up and I see, oh, my entire yard is green. This is such a cool view to look at. But with that being said, now we're gonna go ahead and place some objects that's in the game. This is pretty much weapon spawn crate. So any crate on top of it, so pretty much that's where the weapon is gonna spawn. And all you have to do is just use the grab button on your Quest 3 headset or on the Quest 3 controller. When you're right next to it, that's how you grab the weapon pretty much. So I'm gonna do 4 on each side. Matter of fact, I actually did a little bit more later, just when I realized, oh, you know, I want some gun spawning like in the middle of the map. But with that being said, yeah, this is like the super magical and cool part, guys. You could literally placing objects that's in your backyard. So everything I'm placing right now, this is just virtue. Literally, I could turn this objects, right, this barrier in different directions. As you can see here, I literally just turned that towards, you know, more of a west east facing, so different facing. First thing I do is I kind of block out the spawn points to make it like more safe, right? So as you can see here, and there's different type of barrier. I like the tall ones, just that I feel like I could utilize a lot of the movements that I learned from Breachers. So Breachers is another virtuality, like super technical virtuality FPS shooting game. Yeah, like, you know, Some of you guys who play Breachers, you might use the jiggle peek. So I actually find a lot of the stuff that I utilize in Breachers, I could translate directly into this game with freedom of movement. But yeah, so this part is like super cool. I'm just literally placing different type of barriers now, other than the traditional typical ones that you guys could see, you know, the shorter one, the triangle one, and yada yada and so forth. So just in a sec, you can see that I am finishing placing the barriers. Oh, this is like a machine gun, which is super cool. I just kind of want to mess with it. You could literally grab it and just shoot machine gun in your freaking backyard, guys. But yeah, but the problem with this is it doesn't spawn in the game yet. I think this is just something the devs are fixing. And then lastly, I placed some crates. I feel like this crate right here should be destructible, but right now it's not. So it's just like another barrier. So I take a look, make sure everything is all set. Now I'm gonna save the map by press save. So I'm gonna save it, and then you can also edit the name of the map. I was too lazy, so I just keep it map 3. Now once we finish creating the map, this is where we can create the actual game. So I'm gonna look for the map that I want to play on, which is map 3, and then after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and press play. As you can see here, there's the free-for-all right now, team deathmatch, domination, also capture the flag. I think the easiest game mode to play right now against bots is either free-for-all or team deathmatch. Capture the flag and domination, the boss just doesn't seem to get the idea of where to go right now. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and just have less player on my team, because I genuinely think, you know, an actual player right now, you're just better than the bot. The bot is actually pretty darn good. It does flank you, but it does some questionable things. So as you can see, the blue team or orange team. So I first start out by being on the orange team side. Is Woody, which is my name, and then I added one additional bot teammate. You could add up to 5 versus 5 players. I haven't tried it yet, so don't quote me out, but you could add 5 to 5 players, like 5 versus 5. As you can see, those are the blue spawns, and then I'm gonna go over and show you where the orange team is spawned. But yeah, you could literally have 5 versus 5 real players on a 30 times 30 meter field playing freaking Counter-Strike, right? Like in real life. The one caveat is you want to make sure the ground is flat, or there's a little bit of disorientation in terms of, you know, where the ground is. So I press start and I want to kind of run to so I'm literally running to my side. You could see here that the first weapon I picked up is the shotgun. What's cool about the shotgun, or what's cool about each weapon, is they have their own unique animation. For example, the shotgun, after you shoot, you have to pull the bottom of the lever back a little bit in order to shoot another shot. As you can see, when you die, you have to go back to the spawn point, standing on the spawn point for 5 seconds before you grab another weapon. I think the next weapon I'm going to grab is going to be the SMG or the submachine gun. Let's see what I'm going to grab. Nope, I'm grabbing a pistol. Alright, so for pistol, if you're out of ammo, I think you have to kind of aim down, and then you're going to be able to have more ammo. Now for the SMG, which I'm going to dedicate my gameplay in a little bit to the SMG right now, as you can see, it's still the shotgun. Once again, once you die, you have to go back to the spawn point. If you are a person, you have to manually walk back to the spawn point, wait for 5 seconds to respawn. As you can see, I'm using the SMG, or I kept on dying, guys. Grabbing the SMG next, and then whenever you're out of ammo with the SMG, you unplug the bottom of the ammo and then plug in another barrel in order to get more ammo. Now, a lot of people say, what if you run through obstacles? So when you run through the obstacles, you get a 5-second timeout, which you cannot see anything that's in virtual reality, and that's a good opportunity for the opponent to shoot you. So once again, each gun has its animation. There's also a rocket launcher, a grenade, and a sniper rifle, which unfortunately I didn't get to pick them up. So the game just didn't refuse to spawn them. So we don't have much gameplay on those. But based on right now, I'm going to kind of cut to some of the highlights that I had, and just do kind of like a background commentating on, you know, how I felt, or, you know, how the game is played. So if you see some cuts, some random cuts, it's just me cutting to some of the highlights instead of showing you guys kind of every time I die, I have to walk back to base and wait 5 seconds to spawn. As you can see here, I believe this one right here is going to be the machine gun gameplay, and you could really like peek the corner, guys. As you can see, as I'm shooting, I'm bob and waving from one side of the shield to the other side, and still like I got shot. Oh, this is a shotgun. The crazy part of shotgun is one shot, one kill. As you can see, I'm literally just running through the enemy team and just one-shotting them. Peek another corner, boom. One shot, get really close to the enemy spawn point and then die. This is the reason why when I'm playing against bot, I have more bot opponent than ally, so that it doesn't feel like well. The biggest issue if you have too many allies on your team is that your ally is gonna push through and they're just gonna spawn camp the enemy. Matter of fact, I even tried to do this with like 3 versus 3. It just as a human player who played tons of first-person shooter, it's pretty easy to destroy the bots. Even though the bot is actually somewhat challenging, because the bot here, they actually flank you from time to time. When it comes to the team deathmatch mode, when you get a certain amount of takedowns, the game is over. As you can see here, me and my bot, we won the game. And you can see the exact KD ratio for each individual player or bot. After doing some brief editing of the map, which is the section that I cut out, and also change some of the corners of the map to make it more smooth and no more invisible walls of certain corners of the real world, this is the gameplay that I am on the blue side versus the orange team. And what I do notice is the map plays a huge difference on the bot, because on the blue side, when I was on the orange side, it just felt the bots were coming from all different angles due to how the map is laid out. But when I'm on the blue side, I feel they're like very stagnant in terms of the angle that they're coming in from. Like they just love to turn this corner, as you can see, which I'm mowing them down with the SMG, and like they're not going all the way around. So I think definitely the way that you edit the map or the map layout will change the difficulty of the bot. Of course, if it's like real players, there's definitely gonna be like advantage and disadvantage. As I'm playing against the bot, I just think, guys, like this is so freaking cool. Like I cannot wait to play this with some of my Blast On buddies and people who are really good with movements, because we've been playing Blast On, a lot of my Blast On buddies and we've been playing Blast On, which is like a Matrix like dodging shooter type of game, and this is just literally right up the alley. And I could totally see, even though the iron sight and stuff like that is not very accurate, I could see this could definitely help with some close quarter combat type of training. Matter of fact, I think if they could make this game more close to like Breachers. If anybody ever played Breachers or Rainbow Six, if they can model the gunplay and fine tune some of the stuff, it could totally be used as like a close quarter combat training. But anyhow, guys, I think the last clip right here, so this is the shotgun play, and after this, the shotgun is just so satisfying, so freaking satisfying, guys. I think after this, I'm about to die right here, and then I'm gonna show you guys a brief look of the pistol play, which is super cool as well. Like when you're using the pistol, like right here, you literally feel like John Wick. Although I'm not very accurate with them. Like it's just like you go to this corner right here, you do some shooting, some some fake bait, and then you go to the other side. It just the feel of this game, the freedom of movement. It is so dope, guys. As we come to the end of this video, if you have any questions, guys, be sure to ask in the comment down below. We'd love to answer them for you. At the same time, guys, if you are in the Los Angeles area, I am in the Los Angeles area. I would love to host some in-life gameplay with you guys, some 5 versus 5. I think it'll be super dope and super fun. Once again, guys, any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. This is Wu Li. Until next time, peace out.